So tell us, first of all, one thing that seems counterintuitive, that you think that video discovery is on a video player page, but video discovery can happen on a text page. Explain how that works.
I mean, I think it's actually, it's the underlying secret that no one speaks about. Video generates high CPM for publishers. The majority of the top publishers on the web have substantially more content, page views, and traffic, while the video traffic is marginal. So in fact, if you're able to surface personalized videos to users as they come to read an article, because people read more than they watch, or as people land on the homepage, which is the funnel, when the funnel begins, if you can convert people to start watching videos, you can increase the video view and revenue substantially. So in fact, while it's counterintuitive, as you say, the bigger opportunity relies by showing users video that they want to watch on non-video pages.
Okay, so tell us how that works for like a Bloomberg or a CNN. You display a certain amount of videos. They're thumbnails of related videos. What does related videos mean, and how is that defined by the editors or by the algorithm, and how are those thumbnails served up?
That's a good question. So the process is as follows. We connect to a publisher catalog on the one hand, so we get familiar with the content of the publisher. And we ingest it every day. The publisher uploads more content. And then phase two is the publisher generates widgets for the site. It's very customizable. So for the homepage, it could be a big thumbnail and a big player. And for the article page, it could be a 2-column. So it's very diversified to meet the publisher user interface and experience on the site. And then from that point on, every time a user lands on a website, on every page, there's a certain UI and widget that shows recommendations to the user. The way it works behind the scene is that we collect signals from our entire network as users interact with content and click on our recommendations. So we could notice that people coming from New York City on a Friday morning from a Twitter are highly engaged with certain type of content. And we would pick up many different signals, and then we would use them to sort of guess what would that user want to watch next at the user level.
So Adam, how deep is your understanding then? So it's not just the traditional, what I would say traditional, which you see on video sites, if you like this, you'll like that, because it's usually just thematically related. You guys serve up videos that relate to the specific interest of the viewer. Not that you know who they are, but how do you understand individuals? How does the machine understand that and serve up videos?
Users never log into Taboola, so we don't know who that user is by login credentials, but we do know that there's a cookie on the computer, and we pick up interactions with the site. So we know that there's a cookie coming from a certain IP that has a tendency to do certain things on that website or across different websites. So Taboola right now has also a large scale. We recommend to 100 million users a month. So that gives us enough scale to digest every certain period of time the interactions across the network, and say people that do certain things, read articles about Obama, are highly interested in videos about certain things. And then we're able to give it back to our network of sites, and they benefit from these sections and interactions that go across our network. And then to your previous point, we recently introduced sort of an editorial element to our system, whereas it's not only mathematical, where we take a guess at what the user want to watch, we also take into account what the editor of the site or the product team might want to offer to their users. So a certain site, whether it's a financial website, a news website, or a broadcaster, may say, on our homepage, recommendations should always be fresh from the past 24 hours. On article pages, if it's evergreen, go as far as you want. But if it's news, only for the past 2 weeks. And then they can really tweak our system in a very granular way, so that Taboola is sort of when machine meets men. We take everything you think your site should be and behave, and on top of that, we sort of build our algorithms to maximize the revenue for you.
Now, Adam, your business it's free for the publishers in virtually most cases. You provide you sort of intersperse a text ad that you guys monetize.
Yep.
That's one of the put at some frequency amongst the thumbnails. But you're starting something new now, aren't you? Where you're actually putting in videos from other companies, other publishers.
Yeah.
Tell us about what that means.
So we're actually very excited about that launch. We just recently launched that. It was covered also on BTV. So the concept at Taboola was, we started from the video page, and then publishers started using us on other pages, on the article pages and home pages, and all of that was because publishers need more inventory. There isn't enough video views, at least with our experience. And then we realized that publishers need to acquire more users from around the web. And there isn't really a good way to get a targeted, engaged user to your site. You can buy them on maybe search, maybe on SEM, maybe you can do some banners, but it's hard to get a really engaged video user that came to your site to watch a video. But that's exactly what we do best. So we know exactly what videos people want to watch next. So that gave us an opportunity to sort of create this exchange where a user is going to one of our sites and we show them maybe 3 or 4 videos from the site, but also the 2 or 3 videos from other sites that could be super targeted to what the user want to watch next.
So it's like a syndication business in a sense where the third party or the off-site party pays you when someone comes to their site.
I think it's syndication with steroids.
Yeah.
Because it's as opposed to syndication is a good vehicle to gain more video views and revenue. But what you miss is that you give your content to someone else. That content plays on their video player. They sell the ads, and it's their brand. With us, it's the same value proposition, only we get the user to your site, watching the video on your player. You sell the ads, and you own the user. He might come back. Yeah. So we help you monetize your video catalog by bringing more user to watch your catalog only instead of taking your content and putting it out. We're taking your content, but we're bringing users back to your site.
Well, thanks, Adam. This is great. I mean, it's a pretty cool development for Taboola. We're going to go into it on BTV, so we surface up a few of our videos that are relevant to the viewer that comes to our page. We'll also surface up other publishers that are in the Taboola network, like Reuters and Bloomberg and Washington Post and whoever else wants to have their stuff shared, and hopefully our stuff will be seen there. So it's a very a cool kind of approach, and I hope it goes well. And I really appreciate you presenting this thing, partnering with BTV today.
Our
we have
pleasure.
a great program. Outstanding.